Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's about 3:20 p.m. in the afternoon in Washington State. Hold on. In Washington State. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's LJ Young. I am the founder of S&D. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if I'm too low, not good enough, but let me know. But anyway, welcome. What's up, NC Big? Long time no see, sir. How you doing? Yeah, split my time between things now. What's up, Andre? How you doing? Welcome. Okay, cool, cool. All right. Well, after watching, well, let me get this started. Let me say this first. So, for the people that are new to the channel, what I do is that I help people own the business of themselves. No, I point them. I had a new way of saying it. What did I say now? It's a new way of saying it. But anyway, I help people own the business of themselves in the United States of America by showing them where to look to find out how much it costs. All right. So I came up with something a little shorter than that, but that's my new thing. But anyway, that's what I do for people. And how I do that is with the discovery that I've discovered. Basically, capitalism, I discovered a mathematical fact. Capitalism is psychological, positive, and negative. Okay. This is a mathematical fact. What's up, Jimmy? All right. And so with this fact, on the negative side, there's a psychological place called the debt matrix. All right. And the debt matrix is a place where debt slaves live. And the easiest way, if you never heard of this, the easiest way to identify if you are a debt slave is that physical money, like paper money that you see, 25s, ones, that money does not exist for debt slaves. Okay. And here's what I mean to show you if you are a debt slave, to mathematically prove to you if you are a debt slave or not. Okay. Hold a $20 bill in your hand. All right. And open up the calculator app with the other. All right. And put in $20 minus your car payment and then hit equal. Okay. Now listen to me closely. According to the calculator, you don't have $20 in your hand. All right. You don't have it. So if this is true for you, you have been mathematically confirmed to be a debt slave. All right. This is a psychological place. And you're probably thinking, well, all my friends have car payments and mortgage payments. That's why you guys are all friends, because you guys are all debt slaves. But you guys, the psychological part is this: you guys don't know you're debt slaves. Okay. It's not common knowledge. But even though, now listen closely, now because this is the wonderful thing about about all of this. Okay. This is the wonderful thing about it all. They all taught us this in elementary school. The number line, zero in the middle, positive numbers in green on one side, negative numbers in red on the other side of zero in the middle. Okay. Now, if you just take the number line, all you have to do is just take that number line and apply it to your finances, and you'll know exactly where you are in the economy. Here's another example, and then we're going to move on to the topic. Okay. Now, think of the number line in your head. Okay. As I give you this next task, open up the calculator and put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. You see that large negative number? That means that number belongs on the far, far, far negative side on the number line of zero. Way, way, way deep down there, right? Now, does that number look like you own something, or does it look like you are owned? Okay. Does it look like you own something, or does it look like you are owned? You are owned. But the psychological part is this: you guys don't know your own. You don't know you have to ask the bank to buy a house, car, a phone, go on vacation. You don't realize that. But that's all the choice. Again, it's a choice because they taught us. 99% of us were all taught this in elementary school math class. We all you can you can take the number line. You can write the number line on a piece of paper, okay? And you can go up to anybody 99% of anybody in America and say, "Do you know what this is?" Everybody will recognize that. They might not even know it's called the number line, but they'll know exactly what it is. That's what I mean. So it's a choice. If you want to believe that it takes 30 years to buy one house, you're choosing that. That's a choice. It only takes one, according to the number line, it takes 1 day. Okay, period. That's it. It doesn't take 84 months to buy one car. It takes 1 day. You can't do a debt-free screen with a mortgage. That's called business. Do you guys understand that? When you guys see, put it this way, when you guys see people do debt-free screens on YouTube and they say they still have a mortgage, that's not true. Do you understand that? That's called business. That's not mathematically true. According to the number line, they're still in debt. But if they choose, listen closely, the people that do debt-free screens while having mortgage balances, that's a choice. Do you understand? They're choosing to do that unconsciously, of course, because if if they knew what they were saying was mathematically incorrect, they wouldn't go on a show and a video and scream it. Do you understand? They would not do that because they're mathematically incorrect. That's like going making a video and saying, "Hey, everybody, 1 + 1 = 3," and then you scream it, and then everybody would look at you like you're crazy. That's the same thing. Do you understand? But but that's called business. If you choose not to use the number line, that's you. Okay, now with this knowledge, right? I can. I don't want to call it the only moment in time that matters is the present moment. Okay, so it's not the future doesn't exist, the past doesn't exist, but the obvious does. Okay, math doesn't know math doesn't know about any of that stuff because it's just the present moment. Okay, and always remember this saying. Okay, money needs math. Math doesn't need money. In order for you to count money, you need to use math. But in order for you to count, you don't need money. Do you understand? I'm gonna say it one more time for you guys to catch it might not caught it. In order for you to count money, you need to use math. But in order for you to count, you don't need to use money. You guys get it? All right. Now, what I've been thinking about a lot lately, like the future after 2020, what I have for the life of me, I have no idea what they're gonna do with all you guys debt slaves. So what's coming? I keep telling you guys, what's coming is that Elon is about to remove all the driver people delivering food and cars and people and stuff like all that stuff. That's coming to an end, people. You guys realize how many people do that every day for a living? Do you guys understand that? That's coming to an end. Now, you guys, there's nothing they could do about being package delivering because there's nothing they can do that for a while at least, right? So, so you guys are safe that actually delivering packages for like Amazon and stuff like that. But as far as delivering food and people, those jobs are done. Okay. I don't know where all you guys are going to go because some of you guys owe taxes. That is a lot of unnecessary. We all know that none of this works without them. Okay. None of this works without debt slaves. Period. Are you saying we have extra debt slaves? I don't think there is such a thing. But maybe I'm wrong. But I'm thinking those jobs are gone. Now I was thinking about Uber and Lyft too. Like in order for Uber to survive, they will have to purchase a fleet of Teslas because there is no competition. The people are gone. Uber and Lyft rely on humans. Do you guys understand that? They rely on humans. When Tesla comes online, who do you think customers are going to choose? Tesla. It's guaranteed to be a clean car, no smoke, no trying to no perfume or cologne trying to cover up the scent of smoking of cigarettes and all that stupid nonsense. None of that. None of that. I'm choosing Tesla each and every time. And Tesla will have a listen. All you guys got to do is just look around. When Tesla comes online, I guarantee you, you will be able to get a Tesla in 5 minutes, no matter where you're at. Who are you going with? Tesla. Tesla already knows that. So in order for Uber to survive, they're going to have to buy a fleet of Teslas. They probably put stickers of Uber all over it, but now Uber is going to have to pay Tesla. And then they're going to add in all the people who making payments on their Teslas. All those guys are going to be included too. I'm telling you, they're going to come up with some kind of incentive. Hey, we'll make your while you're at listen. This is how they're going to get them. Why have your Tesla sit at work when it could be making money for you? So while you're at work making money, your Tesla could be making money for you. All those tricks that they use on debt slaves, making billions. Hmm. What are you guys going to do? And now I was watching a video not too long ago in China or somewhere, fully automated ports, no people down there. Port as far as ships and stuff like that, fully automated. Here you seeing like strikes of port workers and Boeing and stuff like that. Let me tell you guys something. Those days are over. Do you guys understand that? Holding workers holding big businesses hostage with unions. You guys understand that shit is done? That's over. Those days are done. Robots and automation is here. AI combined with robots is here, people. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing's going to change it. It's nothing personal. The reason why the majority of debt slaves don't see it coming, you guys are too wrapped up in paying bills, financing vacations and motorcycles and gadgets and drones and all this other stuff, just financing away, pretending that you don't see the work around you is slowing down. I remember, listen, I remember when I was a virtual engineer, okay? Specifically, the specific software is called VMware, okay? I was a virtualization engineer where I started making what's called virtual machines and servers. So businesses in other countries can have access to the work here that can be done remotely for obviously a cheaper price, right? So as I'm setting up these virtual machines, I already know what's coming. It's not hey, listen, it's nothing personal. The business could tell me, hey, we're just gonna have those guys just do the little stuff, the little tasks that you guys don't want to do anymore. I'm like, what? Hey, listen, I felt like stopping them and say, hey, you guys don't have to tell me none of that. This is business. Okay. I'm an employee. That means I'm a write-off. Period. Yes, I have a name, but as far as I'm here and you guys are paying me, I'm an employee number. And as far as the business goes, I'm a write-off. Automation is why they did the strike. Oh, there you oh man. Striking striking because of automation. Now, let's go into the mind of a debt slave, okay? When you're working and you see the changes happening, you see machines coming in, you seeing things changing slowly, you could choose to ignore it or you could choose to understand it, be the first one to jump on it, not resist it. Oh, what's that here? It can't do this. It can't do the way a human could do. Hey, listen, those days are done. 2020 and listen, anything before 2020 and before, you might as well forget about that. Forget about that. Hey, we're going on strike. The union is for us. That no, the union. Listen, the union can't do anything for you. The union cannot stop evolution. Do you understand that? The union was like they might have had the balls of big companies back then, but not today. I see people out there holding picket signs and I know what's going through your minds, debt slaves. I know what's going through your mind. All them years upon paying union dues, and then when it's time to strike, they give you fucking peanuts. You're like, what happened to all that money? I don't know. What happened to all that money for all those years that the unions listen, and you can't even work. They force you, listen, they force you to pay union dues. You can't work here unless you pay these dues. So you got taxes and you got the dues and you got all the other stuff that come out of your check. Are you crazy? Listen, protect you from and you got to really think about the whole purpose of a union. Protect you from a place that you're working at. If you need a business, if you need a union to protect you from a place you work at, don't work there. I remember when I was a kid and I first got my first job at a grocery store. I remember this. And this is, of course, I don't know anything at this time, but I knew what I felt when they told me this. I got this grocery store job, and it's like, oh yeah, this job is a union, it's unionized. I was like, oh okay, what does the union do? Oh, they protect you just in case, so the job won't can't do and fire you and blah blah blah. I'm like, damn. I'm thinking as a kid, I'm like, that sounds like an unpleasant place to work at. But whatever. Okay, it's protection. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, it's not free. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you got to pay us dues every month to do what? Protection? Yeah. What if I don't want it? Oh, you ain't got no choice. You can't work here. What? You talking about the time in my life and you guys are just dicing my check up and before I even get it? Yeah. Do you want to work here or not? I said, oh, okay. And then you go on strike. Oh yeah, you got to strike, and this is how much we're paying you to strike. I'm like, I can't even eat on that. You're not paying. Listen, you're not paying any bills on strike pay. Those times are over. You guys need to get that out of your head. A scab, I know. A scab. You guys got to pay attention to your surroundings. Here you are, you're like, look at all these illegal immigrants coming in. They're not, they're illegally crossing the border and blah blah blah. What do you who do you think's going to take those jobs while you guys are out on the strike? They don't know nothing about no scab and all that stuff. They don't care about any of that. The, they're about to make more money that they've ever probably made in their entire lives just by crossing the line. They're going to do that. Listen, I promise you this, and I don't even know this personally. I don't even. But if from the videos I see, from what they go through, the crossover borders and through jungles and this and that, your scab line ain't shit. Your strike line, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing for them. They're gonna be like, how much will I get paid an hour? What? And they already know. They probably come on. By the way, this job is gonna be temporary until we get these robots online. But they don't care about none of that. And what you guys don't know, debt slaves, is this. Okay, this is the shocker. I'm sure this shocks the hell out of illegal immigrants and all these all these other people that come from other countries and they come to the USA and they come here and they're not illegal. They become legal. But let me go by all the way back. They first get here, and then when they find out you guys don't own nothing, so everything they've seen on TV, thinking you guys are all rich and shit, and then they get here, and then they find out it's all financed. They're gonna be like, what? They're gonna be like, wait a minute. You mean if we come to the USA and continue to live the way we've been living in our country, not only that way, we start a business here, start a business, continue to live the way we live, absolutely no credit, buying everything in cash. We can become wealthy. Yes, you better believe they don't make the same mistakes. Believe that. I don't know what they're going to do with you guys. All those football size warehouses that Amazon has. That's why so many like you young kids that be doing lives and stuff from the inside the Amazon warehouses, they got cameras all over there in that warehouse. Cameras are everywhere. So if you guys are setting up your phone doing a live, they see you doing it. You know why they're letting you do it? Because you guys are temporary. They got billions, if not trillions of dollars working on this automation process to eliminate you in the process. Getting sick, demanding pay, trying to unionize Amazon. Are you guys crazy? Do you guys see all the automation that they currently have in these warehouses? That's not going to happen. You guys are scaring nobody. There are so many people from other countries in this country right now. You guys have no, you guys are, you might cause a pause, right? But they got illegal immigrants. I'm not even gonna say illegal immigrants from people from. Let me just say, I don't even like that word immigrant. People from other countries here ready to work and make more money than they ever had in their entire lives. I hate using names separating humans. They're humans. They came from another part of the world, came here, and they're like, what? All we have to do is follow all the financial laws and rules of the United States of America and pay all the taxes that we're supposed to, and we can become wealthy. Yes, that's it. That's absolutely it. That's all you have to do. You mean the IRS? They're not mean and evil? No, they just go after the people that are not following the rules and the laws. No different than a person say, "Hey, I'm out of money. I think I'm gonna go rob a bank." No, we got laws here that say, "No, you can't do that," and we got people to stop you if you think you can. This is no different. What'd you say, Andre? It says, it is established that 70 billion is extracted from the U.S. economy annually by undocumented workers who send their earnings back to their home. I hear that all the time. Being in the IT, I worked with a lot of East Indians, beautiful people, loved them, loved speaking to them. I loved, you know, they have long names, right? And what I used to do is that, like, and so they come up with these American names to go by. You know, if I see one and he's like, "Hey," I'll be like, "Hey, what's your name?" "Oh, my name's John." I'll be like, "Your name's not John. What's your name? Tell me." And then I would the ones that I like, I would practice their name, and then when I would see them again, right, I would say their name as properly as I can, and then they would be shocked because I took the time to do that. I used to do that all the time, right? I used to always hear them like, "Oh yeah, we send our money back, get money back to our parents, bring our parents over, blah blah blah." I'm like, "That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it." What's up, the Scout? How you doing, sir? What's up, El Selector? Thank you very much. There's one color, green. Remember that? Yep. I'm a software developer, Andre. What should I do in the demand and make killing? Okay, got you. I love having this knowledge in this era. It's just a beautiful thing. It almost looks like you can see the future, but all it is the obvious. It's the obvious. You're not, and it's a choice. They taught us all the number line in elementary school, people. Do you hear me? That's what's so beautiful about it all. Oh yeah, they're training us in public school to be workers. That is true. Listen, now that I'm out, okay, of the debt matrix, when I look at public school, that is true. That is clear. Monday through Friday, get to work at the same time as school. But that all goes together because you got to remember, debt slaves got to go to work, so they're going to be busy during the day. So the public school watches their kids So since they're watching the kids, they train them to be workers. But listen, but they taught us the number line in elementary school. Whose fault is it if we get all the way out of school and stop using it if they taught us that? Whose fault is it? It is our own fault. Like I said earlier, you can show the number line to anybody. You can go, listen, this is how raw it is. You can go to a bad neighborhood, you can go up to some gangsters that look like they probably didn't go to school or whatever, right? Just don't want to hear nothing. You could show them a number line and say, "Have you ever seen this?" I guarantee you they'll say yes. I was shown that in elementary school. The point is this: it doesn't matter where you grew up, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter. Math doesn't care your color of your skin, what part of the neighborhood you grew up, what part of town. 1 + 1 = 2. Period. What is this? The number line? Sure is. That's what it is. Hey, QJC, debt slaves ain't trying to hear nothing. That's the purpose of them. They listen. This is why I'm not getting it. When Tesla takes over, all that, when automation, when all the Amazon warehouses are fully automated, what are they going to do? Where are they going? That is a lot of people. All those, like the people delivering food and stuff, those people have been there. Some of those people, not all of them, some of those people they have adjusted their lifestyle to not paying taxes. Do you guys understand that? They have adjusted their lifestyle to not paying taxes. What are they going to do? Their checks are going to be nothing when they're forced back into a regular job, and then the IRS finally catches up with them. They're not going to be making nothing. What are they going to do? I don't know. United States of America, you get free public to go to Indiana, Africa, not free. Oh, gotcha. United States of America, you get public school in Indiana, in Indiana. Oh, I'm saying Indiana. The most popular controller. Oh, he's talking. What's the name? Oh, okay, gotcha. You guys are chit chat. I was looking at when I was watching Elon's rocket come back and land right back where it started. Man, I don't know if you guys really understand the significance of what that is and what he has done. When I look at that, let me tell you what I was thinking when I saw that rocket come back. You know what I was thinking? That is the physical representation of what SMD can do for your life. That's 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 the physical equivalent of what SMD will do for your life. It'll feel like you're going to Mars, not even just to coming back. You probably go to Mars and come back. Do you understand? Your life will change forever. Your perspective of life, it's perspectives. Listen closely. There are billions of perspectives on Earth, billions. Why do I say billions? Because each person has their own perspective of the world. You know how long it took me to understand that? 54 years to understand that. Once I understand now everything is perspective, when I go out and go places, the world is still of course, it's still the same world. There's only one world. So when you hear a person go, "Oh man, you don't know my world," what they mean is that what they mean to say is that we don't know their perspective of the world. Of course, nobody knows any other person's perspective of the world. Nobody knows that. It's remarkable how once you catch on to the perspective you speak, how simple the rest of your life becomes. Can't thank you enough. Thank you, Scout. Thank you to Scout. I had a S&D family member in the private group made a comment under one of the video. He had made a video. I mean, he had made a comment on a video I had made 4 years ago. And then just recently, he made a comment that he had taken a year, something sabbatical off of work. He did, year to 14 months. And then he came back. He said he only lasted a week or two, and then he put in his papers for retirement. He said, this is not for me. Of course, after he paid off all his debt, only thing he had was his mortgage, right? And I don't even know how much he had. He said that was going to be paid off in a year. So I'm assuming very little left. But he was looking at it, he said, man, thank God that I'm glad God used you to speak to me, because 4 years ago, he was looking at his own comment that he made on that video 4 years ago, right? And he said when he made that comment, he was drowning in debt. 4 years later, at 50, he put in his papers for retirement. He said he never would have been able, he never thought he was going to be retiring at 50. You know, that is what gives me energy to keep going. Stuff like that. There are a lot of people right now that I've helped that they don't talk to me. They don't, and I'm not saying that they have to. I'm just saying there are people that just listen to me, don't need my help, and just do it. And their lives are changed. You better believe that. We got in. I have tried 30 years. The ones that get the fastest are the ones that least educated. Andre, I've been thinking about that too. I understand that it's just rare, period. And all we have to do is, I've been getting the word discernment a lot, by the way. And all we got to do is just listen. It's easy to see when they don't know this. When debt slaves do not know the psychological exists, you guys don't know. Even even though I show you with mathematics, it's still kind of hard to grasp your brain about around it, because the mind really doesn't understand it like that. The brain's more like a receiver and a processor. Put it like that. It can't. Here's another example. When you guys see like these big supercomputers, Google, oh my God, it's so big and it's so fast. You guys need to understand something, okay? The only thing those computers do is process fast what we tell it. They don't know more than us. They just process what we do very, very fast. But it's nothing, nonetheless, they only can process what we tell it. If we don't tell it nothing, it has nothing to process really, really fast. So what it doing very fast don't mean shit. You understand? It's not smarter than you. It's not, it's not none of that. Okay. It doesn't know about the psychological. It doesn't know how to make a human brain. It doesn't know that. Do you understand? So don't be all fascinated by, oh my God, it can do everything. It can do a lot of stuff. It does what humans do, but faster. That's it. What are they gonna do? That's a lot of people. Unemployment? No. And you guys got this is around the world. I'm sure I'm sure other countries are going to probably approve it first, but here's another thing. You guys can't really see as debt slaves, right? When you guys do these types of jobs, right, and you don't pay your taxes, right, the IRS knows exactly how much they're losing every single year when you don't, because the companies that you work for report everything to the IRS. Do you understand? All the money that they're paying you, when they paid it, your name, your social security number, everything. Once, once, and that means cities are not getting their money, the government, everybody, they're not getting paid. You guys are not participating correctly. Once they approve Tesla, Tesla's going to fill that gap, and the Tesla company will be paying all their fair share of taxes to the city, to the state, to the government, whatever. Problem solved. That tax hole leak plug is that hole is filled with a plug. Tesla's going to fix it. Tesla's going to open up the market of people that would like to order food from home, but they don't trust humans. Now that there will be no humans, guess what they're going to do? A whole market of people are going to order food from home delivered because they trust it now. Do you guys understand? Do you guys see? They're going to save all the restaurants all that money that they lose from you guys messing with the food, stealing it, not really dropping it off, pretending you did, but you didn't. It's cold, blah, blah, blah. All that's eliminated. You guys understand that? Tesla's going to solve a whole bunch of problems for a whole bunch of people in one big swoop. Bye bye, humans, debt slaves. Now, as you listen to this and you're a person that does one of these types of jobs, you can say, F you, you're crazy, you're stupid, or you can get ahead of it right now. If you're running out of time really quick, all you got to do is YouTube Tesla self driving software. You'll see how close he is. Right now, it's no fucking around time right now. Then it's going to take a little time for him to get approved and blah, blah, blah. All the people, listen, Tesla doesn't have to pay anybody to test their software. They got all the people that finance Teslas testing it everywhere, all over the world. Every road, it's information, baby. Every road, every back road, every hill, every road that's not documented on the map. Tesla has it, people. Nobody's going to be messing with Tesla for many years to come. Did you see that rocket? You see that rocket booster come back to where it started? Did you guys see that? Don't look at that like, oh, that's nothing. No, that's something. That's something big. All in 7 minutes. You hear me? 7 minutes. Let me explain something to you guys. Now that my eyes are open, you can't close them. I cannot close them now. There are no options. When I see Tesla companies do stuff like that, that's me. Do you understand that? That's me. There's no going back to What time is lunch? What time is breaks? What time I got to be there? Hell no. People are making money cashing out their properties with a mortgage. Okay. All right. When you get outside the debt matrix, let me explain something to you. When you get outside the debt matrix and you see everything for how it really works, and you see a job, you see an hourly wage, you see salary, you're going to be bothered for quite a while. Okay. It's going to bother you. It counts on how many years. If you're young, if you're in your 20s, right now, you're listening to me, your time is now. You will never have, listen, if you're in your 20s, teenager, you listen to this right now. If you listen to me, always use the number line on your finances, zero in the middle, positive numbers in green on one side, negative numbers in red on the other. If you always use the number line on your finances, you will never be in the same predicament as the people that you always hear about complaining about bills, taxes are bad, uh, taxes here are high, I can't afford food, I can't afford this, I can't. This part of town is expensive. If you don't want to be part of that, because all of that is a choice, all you have to do is always trust the number line that your elementary school teacher taught you. Do you guys, if you're young, I want you to listen to this, okay? Because I'm 54. Out of all the years, out of all the teachers, out of all the years I went to school, out of all the teachers that I've had throughout my entire life, the only teacher's name that I remember is my elementary school math teacher, Mrs. Klingensmith. She was an older German lady. For till this, I have no idea. I mean, I kind of know now because of my purpose, right? But she was the only name out of everybody. And she got a German name. She used to always be just on me in the math class. I just never understood that. Why she always bothered me out of everybody in this picture? Now I understand because if she understands and sees gifts in children, she obviously saw the gift in me. Because she taught me that. She taught Mrs. Klingensmith. Never. She was like I said. She was an older lady. She had a. She's had a bad little spitting problem because I used to hate. She used to come over, little spotlets go on my damn math paper. Like, Miss Klingensmith. But she always, man, she was a wonderful lady. Wonderful lady. Would you say, Scout? You said, you're right, LJ. If someone is catching this at a young age, they won't be part of what you call debt slave. Sure won't. And what I call part of the 70%. It's more than that. 99% of people here at Scout are debt slaves. That's that, and it's probably more than that. This is the way capitalism works. That's why capitalism is adopted mostly all over the world. It's all the same. It says debt slaves are the number one reason why home starting prices are around 300,000. If nobody was financing homes, best believe homes would be a whole lot cheaper. Of course. Think about it, QJC. The banks know debt slaves, the debt slaves have no money. Okay, debt slaves have them. That's why when the houses are 300,000, guess what? If you get an FHA mortgage, uh, they, they can approve you up to 500,000. Wow, just enough to cover the whole mortgage. Yeah, what a coincidence. Money does not exist for debt slaves. Does not exist. When one Here's another one, QJC. When debt slaves work a whole bunch of hours and a whole bunch of overtime, They go up in their tax bracket, and guess what? They can't do nothing about it to lower themselves in the tax bracket. They can't do anything. So when they so-called put in all these hours and they think they're making time and a half, no, they're not. No, they're not. And they don't even know it. When they decide to get double time on Christmas, the owners, they go spend time with their family on Christmas. They go share memories and stuff that are never to return ever. They don't miss school events to show up for they're there. They don't miss these events. Oh, I got to put in that time. Who else is going to pay for this house and these cars and all this stuff? Start doing all that, start talking all that stupid nonsense. And then one day wake up. Because let me tell you something, young people, listen to this closely, okay? You do not want to be a person that hears me at the age of 55, 60. You've been working all your life. You've been in your house for 20 years, making payments, making car payments, and then you come across this channel and you realize you don't own nothing, never have, never owned the house. It was never yours because you never had the money to buy it. You never owned the cars. You refinanced the house 3 or 4 or 5 times. You never owned nothing. Your mind will have to be strong. Had your student loans your entire life. You got X amount of money in your retirement, but it's not really there. Once you do the math, you ain't got nothing in retirement because you can't retire. You can't put money into retirement when you have no money. You will have to be strong to understand this. If you have a mortgage, you have no money to put into retirement. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, how is that money going in my account? That's borrowed money. You're indirectly investing money for the bank because you have none. You have no money. If they said to you like this, say like, okay, you're a debt slave, listen to this. Say like this. Say like they said, the only way you can invest into retirement plans, you must give us cash. You must give us cash. You wouldn't be able to give them cash because you have no money to give them. Do you understand? 99, see? 99.9. And then you better believe that 0.5% is split too. That's split too. I don't even know how you keep a straight face, Andre. I don't even know how you keep a straight face. But I know it's business. It takes practice because without them, you make no money. Let me explain something to you, debt slave. Okay, say like because debt slaves own businesses too. Okay, when you guys turn your taxes into a tax professional, it is very easy for them to know if you are cheating. Do you understand? Because math never lies. It's very easy for them to see that you guys are cheating if you are. Now, there are tax professionals who are debt slaves as well. Now, if they're in deep, deep debt and you're a big, big client, guess what they do? Probably try to let it slide, ride the fence, blah, blah, blah. But if you come across a person, say like I was a tax person and you came and you I was a business tax person and you turn your taxes into me and I saw it, I would decline you as a client. And it would count on the severity. I'm sure tax professionals probably have a legal obligation. They have to. Okay, this is speculation. Okay, I don't know. I'm just saying. I guarantee you they probably have a legal obligation to tell on you if they see what you're doing. Because as a debt slave, you guys don't really understand that you guys have a pattern that you don't know that you have because you don't know capitalism is psychological. So you have a pattern. If you're if you're a business tax professional and you are doing what I'm telling you you are doing right now, it's all recorded for years to come, you guys. They can come get you anytime they want. You are now owned. Do you understand that? The IRS cannot get everybody, but if that's you, now you're on the clock. If they decide to come get you, they just come get you, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no lawyer that can save you because a lawyer can't change the laws of mathematics. Uh, I don't, I don't really, cause no, I don't look at debt as a. You gotta remember this, QJC. Everything is about perspective. I could say, "Ooh, 50K is big debt," but you can go to somebody else that makes billions of dollars and say, "That's his." They put 50K in his ashtray as extra spending money. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about perspective. So I don't really. Especially debt. The only debt I'm talking about is personal debt. That's it. And I say zero. So it really doesn't matter on the business because that would be business debt. They know the difference between money, currency, and counterparty obligations. See, I don't know counterparty obligations. And let me explain something to you guys that might be new to money and finance and all this other stuff. Get over when you come in here and you don't know something, or you see me reading this counterparty obligation. Do not be afraid to say I do not know. People that want to help you, they have more respect for you. Just say, hey, I don't know what that means. What's that say? And then you take the time to go look, instead of, because you know how many people guess that shit all the time. Oh yeah, 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 I know that. Yeah. So that's a good rate for the mortgage. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I've heard that the governor or whoever, he's gonna lower this. Do not ever do that. Take the time to understand, especially with all these AI tools, man. This evolution, man. This is amazing. This is an amazing time to be living. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Amazing time. If you are a person right now and you're on strike, go home, take a step back, and take a look back. Just take a look at your surroundings. You are at the beginning of a brand new economy. There's opportunities everywhere. Leave 2020 and before alone. Leave it. You better believe. Hey, man, I look up words all the time. Andre has me looking up words. I think he does the shit on purpose. Honestly, throw a big word in there. I wonder if he know this word. you know. But I got AI. It doesn't matter. I don't have to know nothing. I just say, "What's that word mean?" Then it tells me exactly. All you gotta do is reach out. Everything. This perspective of the world where I live in now. Let me tell you, it it's beautiful. When I go out in public and there's traffic, I don't care because I'm not always in it. I remember I remember when I was a debt slave and I was always in traffic every day for work. I used to say to myself, there's nothing I can do about it. What can I do? What can I do to change it? I didn't know I was keeping myself in traffic. It was me. The car I would listen, the car I was in making payments on was causing me to be in traffic. And listen, this is what they start doing to you debt slaves. Start picking you off. Start charging for the carpool. Make it really, really crowded. Now they start charging for the carpool lane. Of course, you want to get to work and get home faster. Okay, so you're gonna pay more. Oh, just cherry picking you guys. It's horrible. Change now. The prices change during the time of the day. Oh, I see that. Oh, I see it. I'll be like, damn, they just picking you guys off. Got you guys doing stuff, trying to put stuff over your plates, hide your mask for the traffic. They got carpool lanes, traffic lights. speed cameras. It's like you guys are listen. You guys are losing money to and from work. Then you got to pay for tabs on your finance card. Do you know if you keep doing that, that's going to be your life until you are dead? Now is the opportunity right now because I have no idea what they're going to do with all you millions of debt slaves working for Uber, driving food, thinking it's funny, not paying your taxes. Where are you guys going to go? Driving people and food is not a transferable skill. Because as soon as you guys get a regular job, taxes, listen, not only are your current taxes going to be taken out of your check, the taxes that you haven't been paying all those years are going to be taken out of your check. You guys are not going to have any money. And then we got the people from other countries here. Have you guys been into restaurants lately? Have you been into Walmart lately? Have you guys been in there lately? Who you see? People from other countries are working in there. What are they going to do with you guys? What are they going to do with you guys? These people are coming here happily taking those jobs that you don't want. Oh, they don't give us this and that and blah 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 blah. The people from other countries, they don't care about none of that shit. None of that. None of that. It's very it's it's very few businesses corporation that carry zero business debt. That's Ramsey Solutions and the mega fast food chain Chick-fil-A. Very few. You're right about that. Now, now remember, when you talk about debt on the business side, that's different because if you're making billions of dollars in order to save taxes, you're probably it's a good idea to have debt to help you because the system. Take a step back, QJC. Take a step back. The system is designed to force you to play. When now that I'm on the outside of it, that's all it is. It's just just so somebody don't make a whole bunch of money and try to sit on it all and don't share none of it. It forces you it forces you to play. I mean, you still get rich and wealthy. You can still do that by playing. It's you can just still do it. But like here, let me give and this is I'm glad you brought up Chick-fil-A, QJC. This is what I do personally. Okay, this is something personally. So what I started doing is started looking up businesses that have been in business for almost 100 years, and Chick-fil-A is one of those. It's been almost 80 years or something like that, right? And what they do not do is open on Sundays. Okay, so now as a regular person, you could just blow it off as like, oh, because they're religious or whatever, right? But I thought to myself, you know what? I am going to start doing that. I'm going to start on Sundays. I'm not going to do any work at all, no physical work, no work on my business. I'm not going to talk about work. I'm not going to talk to anybody on the phone about work on Sundays, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to just do what I want to do, right? I really have felt it forced me to look for other things to do without thinking about that stuff because that's also a program that had to be broken because remember we growing up I was programmed the 40-hour work week, Saturday and Sundays off. Now on Sundays I do no work. I don't do anything physical that related to work. Even work out, that's still work. It's like, no, I'm not that serious. I still walk. I like walking. But it has it I have enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed doing that. I just don't do it. And at first it was hard for me. I had to break okay, don't look at the numbers, don't go look at the customer, this and that. I had to catch myself, turn off all the alerts. Just what I do. I go to the app that's part of my business. I turn off the alerts. So now I can't get alert if somebody's buying something or something. I don't see the alerts of ding dong or nothing like that. No, I don't have my business email attached to my phone, just on my laptop. I don't got any emails coming in and dinging me and all that stuff for work at least, right? And this is done on purpose so I can shut the door on that, period, which is beautiful. It's been nice. I love it. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Yeah, proper use of it is key to business. That is for sure. Sunday is a net negative in most businesses. Hmm. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I just think with Chick-fil-A though, I think it's bigger than that. I feel like she introduces the spiritual side to business. Well, she did. Um, and it has worked. I look for businesses that have been around for 100 years, because 80 to 100 years, because you guys got to understand that's big. Have you got it just in the lifetime of you, the people listening to this, you know of how many businesses came and gone. Now, like we come in like Kmart. Kmart just recently left, but Kmart had been around for many years. Now, the young people will never have think about it. The young people today will have never heard of Kmart, which had been around for like 80 years or somewhere around that number. I got to look it up, but I know it's around for a long time. What's that? What's Kmart? Isn't that amazing? So right now, it's just, you could be my goal is this, okay? SMD 6 cents will be one of those companies. You guys understand that? It will be one of those companies that will be around for 100 years, because math is forever. Math is forever. Making employees work on Sundays prevents them from exploring other options, exploring their exact. And you know what's so funny, Andre? That's exactly what she said. She said she wanted her employees. Well, this is her statement. Her employees to do exactly that, explore other options in their life, via that church. I think their goal thing is on the Chick-fil-A website. Just go click on about. I believe that's where I mean, pretty much that's the only where I could have read it, and then check it out. And so I went and read it, and I was like, wow, okay, I get it. So, and I now that I'm doing it, I understand it. I understand it. Sunday work like 401 401ks are bonding tools. Bonding tools. Okay. Religious employees have high stickness and higher productivity. Gotcha. Okay. I just think, and I'm not a organized religion person. Sundays have really have allowed me to just think. Like I said before, it took me a couple of Sundays to not check something work related, do something work related. Oh, this is just a little thing. Let me just do this real quick. That thing turns into something else, and that thing, you know, every time I would do it, I would catch myself. No, don't check that. Don't look at that. Don't do a quick something of this and that to do that. No. And it has worked out for me. So, but I had to earn the freedom that I'm telling you guys about today. I was once a debt slave. Nobody told me to get out of debt. I just came up with it one day. I'm like, what the heck? Why not? Let me try something. I like doing things that not many people do. That kind of stuff always has intrigued me. So I said, let me do that. Found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey said, take the calculator and these baby steps and get out of debt. And that's what I did. Now I'm here. Now I can see the obvious. Like, to me, it's clear that Kamala is about to be president via electoral votes the same way Trump was elected the first time. Do you know you can go up to many, many people and say, hey, do you know Trump was not voted in by the popular vote the first time? The majority of people will have no idea what you're talking about. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand the significance of that? This is why I can clearly say, in my opinion, this is what's going to happen. When you, knowing that debt slaves have no money, I know for a fact that you guys cannot buy, invest, nothing. So now when I look at the stock market, what does the stock market look like? You guys are investing the bank's money into the stock market for big companies. You guys understand that? Because you guys have no money. That's what the stock market is. There's people that know how to play, and then there's people that don't know how to play. When you invest in the stock market while having a mortgage, that means you don't know how to play. If you invest in the stock market while having student loan debt, you don't know how to play. Oh, it's her birthday today, huh? Okay. If you're investing in your 401k while having student loan debt older than the 401k, you don't know how to play. You understand? Most of you guys don't. And the majority of you never will because that's how it's designed. The majority of you guys are not supposed to know anything that I'm talking about. That's how it's designed. And now that I understand it, guess what else I do? Respect it. This took almost 250 years to design, people. The United States is in the business of raising and breeding unconscious debt slaves, and we are the best in the world to do it. Everybody knows that, says our dollar. And in order to become, if you want to come to the United States and use our debt slaves, which we raise here, and you want to use them, you must follow all tax laws and financial rules while here making money off of our debt slaves. Because to raise debt slaves is very expensive. Keeping them unconscious takes a lot of work. When I see when I see these people from other countries come here and start their own businesses, guess what that tells me? They know. Sometimes I'll walk by just a old strip mall or something, and you'll look at one of these smaller businesses, like how much business could be coming into this business? I don't know, but there's obviously something there that you can't see. A business is getting no traffic, barely any traffic. It's like, how are you making money? I don't know. That means that there's something there you can't see. She is 60 years old for the upcoming Oh, this is the 60th. This is the 60th election? Really? Wow. Okay. You see how much I follow all that stuff. Anyway, it's been an hour. I'm gonna wrap it up. My voice is tired. My throat is dry. You guys been getting it rough down there in South Carolina, QJC. I've been watching the weather reports. But don't get me wrong, man. I miss it. I miss Myrtle Beach, man. I miss it. That's a beautiful place. Beautiful. I will be going back there to visit. When I do, I'll reach out to you. I'm not no time soon, no time recent. It's gonna be a few years, but I will go back because it was a beautiful, beautiful place, man. Love it. Yes, they are, Andre. Yes, they are. Much respect too. The more the more I get out of it, Andre, and the more I understand it, the more respect I have for it. It's like we got millions. You see the price. They're financing phones. Apple, listen, Apple comes out with the same phone and they finance it every year. Now, this is what I want you guys to understand. Don't When you hear me talk like that, don't hate. It's not hate on Apple because you can do it too. You can create a business, come up with something that's good that the people love, whatever. That's the difficult part, but and you'll be the same way. Don't look at billions of dollars and think that's impossible when Apple, Uber, Apple, Amazon, they're doing it. They're showing you that it's possible. Automation is here, people. You can eh, okay, here, let me throw out some ideas. I don't want to leave this without nothing. Okay, this is what I would do. If I was a young person, 20s, 30s, in this time today, this is what I would do. I would learn how to fix electric cars if I was have to be part of the workforce. Force, fix robots for sure, program them, the automation robots. Somebody has to maintain that stuff. Okay. uh, the programming, uh, the software that is used to understand it, whatever, right? Understand that stuff. Don't fight against it. Don't be like, oh man, it's not gonna here's another example. The combustion engine is dead. Okay. The smell of gas and fumes and all that shit, that's over. Get into electric car, they're getting faster and faster and faster. Who cares if you roll up in a Ferrari, an electric car can beat you? Who cares if it's a Ferrari anymore? A combustion engine Ferrari, excuse me, combustion engine Ferrari. Learn, understand it, master all that. That's what I did. But when I was in the computers, virtualization was just coming out. When they turned a hard drive into a file, it was a file on a computer, and then a server was also a file. I was like, how is that possible? Let's find out. Then I got into it. Then I got in early and then I mastered it. Once I mastered it, I was in demand because I knew how to master it, create it globally. Chick-fil-A, you must be Christian and you must have good personality, finance background to buy. You know what? When I look at Chick-fil-A, they look like a company that they're just not letting anybody do that. You better believe they're going to run your credit. The first thing they're going to do is run your personal credit report because that's going to tell them a lot about you. A lot. Your personal credit report, put it this way, your personal credit report is going to tell Chick-fil-A how you've been running the business of yourself all these years. That's what it's going to tell them. The system is designed to produce well-programmed employees and consumers. Sure is, and that is obvious. It's a beautiful system. It is an absolute, and and for those of you guys listening, it's not in. You're not going to find this information in books that I know of. I mean, it's obviously in somebody's books, but not in common libraries and all that stuff. Man, yes, they do. Without them, without listen, without debt slaves, capitalism doesn't exist, people. Because you got to remember, before in the earlier years of capitalism, it was the main thing was slavery. Okay, it was slavery. The main source of income was slave. Now remember, capitalism does not work without humans. This is why I want you guys to understand this. Without people, because humans are the only species on earth that consume unnecessarily. Okay. So when slavery was obviously the moneymaker for many, many years, and then guess what? Evolution starts to happen. The smart people like, okay, there's nothing we're going to be able to do to stop this. This is going to stop. Slavery is going to end, period. There's nothing we're going to do about it. Some smart people probably got together and said, okay, well, we can't, we got to do something. Let's, you know what they said? Let's change it to psychological. That way we can add everybody. No, now that it's psychological, it doesn't matter your rate, your age, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter anything. Nothing matters. Listen, the way it's set up today is 100 times better than it was with actual physical slaves because you could see the people. You could see the people being used and abused and whatever that was back in those days, right? Now you can't. You guys are still being used and abused, but you can't see it because you guys think you live in your own houses, but the bank is providing shelter for their slaves. This is no different than the physical slaves back then. You could see the slaves, you could see where they live, you could see their houses. They looked all ran down and poor. Now it's still the same situation. They still have you guys housing, but now you guys keep it up. You pay them for the privilege of living in their homes and working. You guys understand how it works, debt slaves? Your houses are not, there might not be rundown shacks or nothing, whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys are paying for it. It is a flawless victory. You're still in your shacks. I mean, it's not a shack. It counts on what you decided to, which one of the bank's houses you decide to live in, close to your job. But you're still slaves. It still doesn't matter. You might got a nice TV in your house. You're still a slave. It is. It is very much a symphony. It makes you wanna it makes me wanna go to Australia and sit in the opera house and listen to the best symphony orchestra. I could sit in there for hours. You guys understand that? I have never been to one of those, but today I could go in one of those and sit in there for 2 hours straight and just listen. See, I always gotta look up all this stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, okay? All right? I gotta look that word up. I gotta look that word up. What else? Let me see. I gotta look up here. Outside the matrix is a hungry wilderness of death. Okay, I understand all those words. Okay, that's easy to comprehend there. All right. I love it. You guys understand that? I am so grateful to God to be alive at this time. I was alive when the world stopped. You guys hear me? I was alive. Nobody here listening to this video today will ever see the world stop again. Ever. You will never see it. You could tell what? Watch. Don't believe me? Wait about another 20 years when the next generation come up and you say, hey, young kid, man, one time the world just stopped everything. know people with downtown, they'll be like, "Oh man, you're talking about a movie." They're not gonna believe you. They think you're gonna be telling a story. They think you're gonna be telling a story. Yeah, right. You mean nobody was downtown at all? Every building was closed. Everybody was stuck at home. You're talking about a movie. No, that was real. Even when you pull up the video, they're still not gonna believe you. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Get out of here, man, 'cause I'm hungry. Pay attention to your surroundings. And young people, if you're one of those people, one of those kids that setting up your life at your job, at the Amazon warehouse, you better change it. You better stop doing stuff like that. You better stop doing that. Because the people that are following you are either just like you, or there's some people just like, oh, you ain't gonna have that job long. There's a lot of people saying some stuff to you. Aliens improve and maintain the orchestra. All right, I'm gonna get out of here so Andre can stop giving me these big ass words. I think he started to do it on purpose, though. If you don't know, like, listen, if you don't know the word, and if somebody throws a big word out there, how do you know they're not making up that word? Maybe Andre doesn't know the words he's using. Maybe he just knows I don't know these words, and he's just saying it. Do we know if he really has a spaceship? S&B family, has anybody ever actually seen it? Anybody here? I haven't. I haven't seen it. I call BS. I call BS. S&B family members, you guys with me? Who else is with me here? Who has seen it? I haven't. I'm sure he drives a regular car like you and I. Guaranteed. It's in, it's in, it's invisible. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Of course it is. Of course it's invisible. Of course. S&B family member, you see? You guys see where I'm getting at? Now it's invisible. You get it? You guys following me? Okay. All right. Oh, oh. All right, man. You guys have a beautiful Sunday. Take it easy. Enjoy your life. Until next time, I'll let you later. Bye.